Yeah, I guess I could do it. Excuse me. Eating a thing. Okay. Um, last time on this. Where the hell did we begin again?
You guys were still outside the burnt down village.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so after we went through the village, we found Yemen, who seemed very, very, very traumatized, because rightfully so, he'd seen, many people be killed, slaughtered, murdered, and generally a very bad time. Also kidnapped, and seemingly dragged back to the prison. Apparently, some prison guards or some force came through and murdered a lot of them. Yevon witnessed a lot of this, and as such, was very, very shaken. Um, some of us tried to calm down, some of us argued, others tried to piece together what happened. And when we were done with that, we finally went on our way, deciding to try to avoid the obvious path down, and as such, taking probably a few more days to do so. Um, Throughout the journey, a lot of RP was had. One time when Fiori and Alias decided to go along with their plan to make Archon sneeze, it surprisingly went off without a hitch. And well, Alias couldn't really contain his excitement and began sipping forward, likely to kind of just congratulate Fiori or whatever. Archon noticed and immediately turned on a heel and rushed at him. Fury then used a command spell to make him sit. It succeeded, and went to go defend him. Archon got up, and well, he seemed a bit different. He got close to them, grappled Atlius, kind of dragged him up to his face, and threatened him before dropping him. Once that scene was done, we continued to be on our merry way. The last thing that happened, if I remember correctly, was that we, while walking, heard some screaming up ahead. The majority of the party decided to make stealth checks. Archon did not, so he's still standing out in the open. And Shift rolled pretty poorly, so he didn't quite have it at the time, as a human woman came running out of the undergrowth, screaming her head off, being chased by a trio of Yetis. These massive, fuzzy monsters, typically live in very cold, mountainous areas, and as such seem to want her for food. That is about where we left off.
That is correct. I would load up the map as your party now stands outside with the three Yetis chasing down the human woman fleeing for her life.
Why do you guys always roll shit stealth checks for me when I'm gone?
I don't know.
We didn't roll for you. He did.
Y'all, in general, as a collective.
BRB.
Oh.
My roll 20 is not working, so let me just restart the whole shebang.
Hold up a second. Fucking. There we go. I will be right back while he's getting that set up.
Guys, what the fuck?
It's a tactical nat 1.
Hey Heath, can you pop up the pic of the lady up big so I can have a look?
Oh, sure.
I don't know if you did that for them the other
Yeah, I
day.
did that for him last game. Here
She
you
looks
go.
cool though.
She does look cool. She looks like a cleric rogue multiclass.
Or like a noble cleric or something like that. She looks kind of nobility.
Ari.
What?
No,
She looks like
she's
a-
not rogue.
She looks like a cis white female.
Let me
Yeah.
think about things. Don't be mean to me, Cam.
But Aries,
I will
part of my
spray you.
identity
I will
is
spray
being
you with a
mean.
water bottle or
Okay.
whatever.
Really, will ya? Will ya?
Yes. Yes. I'll make it smell
Sure.
like perfume, like very annoying perfume. You'll
Yeah.
stink of it.
Do you load it up there,
Okay.
D-Rap?
Let me know when you got the plane ticket booked. I'll get the spare room set up for you.
Oh, thanks, mate.
I see the grid.
Now that I
I'll
think
roll
about it-
initiative anyway, and then just try and... I'll roll initiative and just try and piece
Oh
it together
yes,
the
initiative.
background.
That is an important thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I want to roll low, game!
And I wanted to roll high. Hey, do I want to trade initiatives?
Yeah, not
Can
gonna
we?
work.
Can we trade? Damn it!
Hmm.
I just need to MacGyver this shit.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Oh, I'll just show you guys the...
Okay. So first up is the unknown human woman. Yeah, let me just check. Everybody's in, right? Yeah. Okay. So you see her come rushing down the field. Her eyes sees you guys in the distance as she's fleeing down the way. Sees you guys towards her. Looks behind her at the things and decides to take a chance on the. Oh, actually, kind of think about it. She sees this white dragonborn and shifty tabaxi. Kind of stops and looks
I'm not
around
that
frantically. It says the shift. He goes, "Ah."
He's just saying you're you.
Can I say something, or is it not my turn?
You can say something quick. I could. That could be kind of free action.
Alright. Quick, get behind us!
Okay. She just goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. She's gonna dash. Just fucking go right back there.
Where's Yebin?
Oh yes, thank you for
Yebin's
reminding me. I forgot about Yebin.
He's obviously with me.
Oh, well, hello.
Don't have him fight though. Come on.
I just want
Yes,
to know where
let's-
he is. That's all.
Let's have the person who doesn't want to fight.
Let's have the person
I
with
mean,
like 9 HP fight Yetis. This will go great.
Isn't that the way though?
Lead the way.
And Yebin's at the bottom. Oh, great.
There.
God damn it, Yevin. Let's switch initiatives.
So, first up is the large Yeti is this comes charging in.
I can't see what's happening, so I hope it's attacking Archon.
Heath, how'd that go again?
Encore.
And the rushes up to Archon. Takes us
Uses
claw
this,
strike at 17. Just hitting.
Didn't dash? Wow.
Oh, these guys have a lot of movement.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, Yetis can fucking book her.
Wow. Why do I roll low on initiative? Okay, go ahead.
So you take 10 damage for slashing and 1 cold. And it
Great beginnings.
cracks you again for 22 to hit for 5 slashing and 2 cold.
Okay.
Because it was 5 cold reduced to 2. And that's its turn. Shift, you're up.
Oh, okie doke. I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'll throw a produce flame.
Which one are you hitting?
The one that's just attacked Archon.
Okay.
I don't think I can hit the other ones. I think they're too far.
Yep, that hits for 6 fire damage. The Yeti starts freaking out and starts patting at the flames as you strike it.
And I will, with my bonus action, use up one of my bombs on Archon. So 4 healing and 1 temporary HP.
Okay. Atlas, you're up.
Okay, where's Curie for me? Because I can't see shit. Is she next to me? Is she close?
Curi's not curious within. Can you see her? Because you're behind a tree hiding.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Instead, I have to pass through to get to Kiori. I have to be like, "Hi, Yetis," right?
Possibly.
Mm.
You know that Yeti,
Great.
Kiori head to your right. That's about a right and below you. But Kiori also disappeared and is beyond your passive perception.
Okay. I kind of plan ahead. I see if I lean out from the tree, I see the 3 Yetis, right?
Yeah.
And one of them is attacking Archon.
Yes.
Just one? Okay. I
So far.
will. So far. Oh no.
Mm.
I will cast, because fuck it. It's a quiet spell. I will Mind Spike the one attacking Archon. I just silently, because it's somatic only, silently gesture at it. Oh, that's not the damage. Here we go. Here we go. There's the damage. Yeah.
It passes, so it takes 8 damage.
8.
As it rolled a 19.
Oh, 19. I crawl away. It just gets a brain freeze.
Yep. This is fine.
You never had one of those in your life, have you?
He's surprised, apparently.
That's it.
Okay, Archon, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. As you
Oh,
get
wonderful.
looked at right at this Yeti looks straight into your eyes.
You mean the one from 60 feet away?
This guy here.
Okay.
Hey, that is a success. So you're only taking quarter damage. So you take 3 cold damage as the thing gazes into your vision.
What happens to me?
Nothing, because you pass, but you feel like something bad could have happened if you failed.
Oh.
And again, you're the only one in range, so... or wait,
That's the
like,
plan.
actually, you can move 5 more. Yeah, this time Shift make me a con save, as this one looks down at you.
Oh god. Oh, Heath, you know I'm so good at these. Oh, yes, so good.
You take 9 cold damage as this thing pierces you in with its eyes, and you are paralyzed. So as you go fight, you go and just freeze up as this thing has a chilling gaze upon you. You may repeat your saving throw at the end of your next turn.
Oh boy.
Archon, you're up.
Don't look into its eyes! I draw my battle axe, and with shield up, again, kind of a practice stance, I take a swing at the Yeti in front of me. Raging, of course.
Okay, so you rage burst.
Yes.
Ooh, that just hits!
Cool.
As you crack in it with 9 damage, it starts bleeding profusely from its side as your axe digs into it.
Come and get me, you fuck! And I just immediately just switch to orc and I start fucking cussing it out.
It looks at you very confused.
I don't care.
New
Yevon's
curse words to
turn.
learn.
Yeah, but looks like He goes, he's gonna pop up behind cover 5, 10, 15. And he's gonna throw a dagger at the Yeti or engage his one dagger at the Yeti.
Mm.
That hits, so he gets his sneak damage. There's a total of 7 damage to the Yeti. He's like, ah! Just whips its dagger and hits it.
What the?
And then he'll use his bonus action to dash.
Would have been funnier if he killed it.
Wouldn't it?
You heard it. Did kill it. Unfortunately, level 1 rogue. Gary, you're up. Aries, you there?
What is? Yeah, sorry, my mic wasn't working. But what does the paralyzed condition do again?
Paralyzed means
I'm
he cannot move, cannot take
incapacitated.
actions, and any melee attacks against him are automatic crits if they hit.
Oh, shit.
and they're also at advantage.
5, 10. That's restoration.
Okay.
Excellent.
Oh dear.
Shift, you see Kiori grab your tail and cast Lesser Restoration as you feel the paralyzation flee from your body.
It's 10, 15, 20, 25.
I see Kiori is a
30.
fan of the butts.
How are you moving that far, Kiori? You moved up to him first.
Yep.
Is that all? Okay. 50. Oh, okay, you were here. So 10 feet there.
10 feet.
20, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Tell, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move down. And I am first going to cast Sicker Flame on this guy here.
Okay. That is a failure. As he takes another 8 fire damage. He is not, or irradiant damage. He is not looking good.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to use Healing Word on Archon.
Okay. Archon gets 7 hit points back.
Alright.
And I'm going to move back behind this tree.
Avalor, you are up.
Alright.
Avalor, yeah.
I'm gonna make a tactical move this way. And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this guy. Oh,
Okay.
injured one.
I believe that since you're hidden, you have advantage, question mark?
Yeah, well, he hit regardless, and that kills it as you just watch as it rips out its throat as the Eldritch Blast tears through its throat, collapsing it to the ground.
It's one down. Now for the other two.
Not bad.
She freaks out, and the woman's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And just looks around and freaks out, looking around, and dashes back this way, looking for someone to take cover behind. Shift, you're up.
Alright.
Freak them out with more flame shift.
How far am I from these guys? 30 feet. Oh, I think that means I'm still in range. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna produce flame on this one.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, you hit still.
Ah, yeah. Yay! Alrighty. Yeah, and then... can I need to check something. One creature. I can use a bomb on myself.
Yes, you can.
It just says, yeah, I'm just gonna bomb myself. Ah, fuck yes.
I'm so sorry, dude.
And I will just move a little bit back. And that's my turn.
Okay, Oatlius, you're up.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Dan.
Hello. Okay, it's not my fault, it's their fault. Awesome.
Dear Abby, there?
Yep. Hold on. I have to do battle against myself. There's only one Yeti being hit? Question mark.
one Yeti's dead. Yeah, there has been another one hit now.
This one. I don't know if your thing is it's not working yet. Okay.
Yep. Apparently, Amazon S3's fucked, so some people can't have broken images. And I was like, okay, thanks Roll20 for actually
I'm
telling me what the
going
problem
same
was.
thing.
Okay, I will just magic missile 2 at the damaged one and 1 at the not damaged one. First
Okay.
2 towards the damaged one. Cool. Wait, there it is. Bam, bam, bam. Staten Laps! Oh, hey. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you do two magic missiles crack into the side of the damaged one. Another magic missile cracks across the face of the other one, and they're kind of looking. Yeah, I mean, it hit. They're not dying or anything, but they're looking pretty pissed off at that.
Okay, I crawl away, further away.
Did you move?
Yes, I can't
Can he-
move myself. So
Yeah, he
please move.
doesn't have anything on his screen.
Oh,
There's a warning. There's a warning on the site that some people are experiencing broken images. I'm having the same problem.
oh, damn.
I can't actually see the third Yeti, so
Fair
It
enough.
is right here.
So you only have partly broken images, and I have everything's broken.
yeah, I have partly like Archon does not exist. Yevon doesn't exist.
Well,
Whoa, 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 don't say that in front of Barry.
One of the Yetis apparently doesn't exist.
well, one just ran up to me and about to beat the shit out of me. So.
Yeah.
yeah,
one-
that
one
one
ra-
I can see.
One runs up to Archon, and he's gonna take
Here you
two
go, guys.
swings.
If
Oh,
the
thanks.
smartness might helps, I don't know.
He hits
Oh,
with,
I'm with everyone
25
else.
to
I
hit,
stay with everyone
so
else.
you take 10 slashing damage reduced to 5, and 5 cold damage reduced to 2. So
Sorry, say that
7
again, Heath?
damage. You take 7 damage.
Okay. That's a
And
lot
then
of damage.
another 4 on top of that with 3 and 1.
Okay.
Hey, let's just put that out there. That damage would down me.
Yeah, but that's why Archon's there. So he won't down anyone.
Yep,
but
here it comes.
himself.
Oh no. Oh, he's just flanking out. Oh no.
No, he's coming after Shift after he lit him on fire. Archon, you can take an attack of opportunity if you want, though.
I shall.
Damn, that whole 3 damage real pissed him off.
It's the fire more that pissed him off. Hey, crack it across as he runs by for a good 13 damage, slicing deep into his calf.
It's a solid roll of your battle axe.
Archon just kind of spins on a heel, flips it backhand, and just stabs.
Okay, you
right
notice
into
that
something.
as this thing is on fire Shift, it seems to be patting at itself, and it seems its attacks are inaccurate as it takes a swing at you, just missing over your head.
Whoa.
And it takes another swing, missing your head again, just but the fire seems to be distracting it. It rolled an at 1 though and lost his
Terrifying.
bonus action, which it doesn't use, so, you know, there's that. Archon, you're up.
Come at me! And I'm gonna take a swing at it. The one right in front of me.
He rolls a 10. Yeah. Fuck
Hey.
him up.
Crack it across, and you go for another
He rolls a
13
10.
damage.
What 22? It's 16.
Archon's just kind of like dancing around it, trying to keep himself light on his feet to block the next hit.
Okay. Yevon's turn, no longer having a dagger on hand, goes, ah! He's gonna go 5, 10, 50. He's gonna whip his hand axe at it. Yeah. Misses completely. Ah! Just kind of tumbles off and flies.
For Yevon.
That's a nat 1, so he loses his bonus action, so he doesn't get his bonus action to weep.
Oh
He
no,
doesn't have time to
bonus
cry.
Yeah.
King takes a bonus action and we're all in trouble.
He has nothing to do, and you take that away from him. You monster.
Kiara, your turn.
Alright, can I go here or no?
Yeah,
Oh.
technically no, that would be on the cliff. You'd have to go down and up. Yeah.
Here or no?
Yeah, you can go there.
10,
You can go there too, yeah.
20. Do. Ah, shit. Yeah, I got it. Second level healing word on Archon.
Yeah, gotta fill yourself as your lungs fill up another 8 HP as Kiori gives you a quick healing word.
And Toll the Dead.
Which one?
On I'll do it on this one, why not?
Yeah, fair.
Okay, he fails and takes 3 necrotic damage. He has a boom, like a little bing in his ear.
Man, that macro you set up really gets frustrating when you roll fucking 7 out of 8
Yeah.
and 3 out of 12.
Yeah.
Go back here.
Okay. Tell, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna move back down here. And I'm gonna toll this one.
Okay.
Because I can't even see the other one anyway.
He fails, so roll me a d12.
Dev has
Another
tunnel
little
vision,
bing
and I have
as you hear bing, bing,
no
bing,
vision.
like a dinner bell. Ding, 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 as it rings in its ears, causing 2 necrotic damage.
Again, he thinks he's hungry.
You can tell that was your
And then
action.
I'm gonna move back behind these trees.
Okay.
I'm just doing outdated pictures for everyone who can't
Thanks.
see.
Thank you.
Alvor, you're up.
Fairies.
How bad is this one looking?
He's bloodied.
Does he look
Oh.
worse than the other?
They're comparable.
Okay. Taking a cue from Shift, I'm going to create a bonfire under this one's feet.
It dodges nimbly out of the way of the bonfires. It kind of like does a little like tap dance around it. Rolled a 21. Nat 20.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep, that's my turn.
It's a Christmas
I'll look
Yeti,
at the
isn't it?
look at the woman behind us and go, "You have any tricks up your sleeves that you can pull out?"
Let me check. She looks in there and she pulls out what looks to be just a little hand crossbow and takes aim at the.
Told you she was a rogue.
He's actually a wizard and doesn't know how to use a hand crossbow.
Misses completely. It's like,
No, Dan, you're right.
See, I know a fellow wizard when I see one.
Shift, you're up.
Yeah, so I have a spell that has a material component called a leaf of sumac, and I assume I don't have that.
Yeah, you would not have that.
Okay. Alright, so then I'm going to... move here. I think that's far enough that it won't hit anyone. And I'm gonna cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
Thunderwave.
Con save.
Oh, I got a 1 and a 4. God damn it.
Well, it fails, so it takes the 5 damage and gets pushed back. I believe 5
Is it
feet.
10
is it?
feet?
10 feet.
10 feet away.
Yeah, so 10. So it goes there.
Right up to Argon. No.
What have you done?
Oh man, and they moved before me too. That kind of
I'm gonna do that.
It's
I'm just gonna be
okay.
like, oh. I'm gonna use
Mistakes
my,
have been made.
I'm gonna use my last bomb on Archon.
Oh no.
Why do I keep rolling ones on my bombs? What is this?
So, Archon, is you just like you hear ship go 4 dots roll, poof, and then you look behind you and a Yeti slides
Yeti
across
just
the
comes
snow
yeeting at you.
right up behind you.
All right.
Shift just yeeted a fucking Yeti at you, dude.
There's 2 walls of fur.
I like to think that it actually like hits my back, and I like look over and look. Oh.
I'm just gonna.
yeah, pretty much. He pretty much hits you back.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You moved 10 already.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, because you moved.
Oh no,
to
I
get-
did. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. I was there.
you were here.
5, 10, I was here.
I believe so.
No,
yeah.
I was here.
Oh, yeah, you're here. Yeah, because 1, 5.
And I pushed the Yeti 10 feet.
Yeah.
I go 5, 10, 15, and I'll just stay at 15.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my
Hey,
turn.
Oatlis, you're up.
I kind of like surprise Pikachu face at the flying Yeti towards Icon. I go, oh. I kind of just hold up my hand, go Steven Laps, and cast it at second.
What are you casting?
All of it to the flying Yeti.
What are you casting?
I cast
Magic
magic
missile.
missile.
Okay, all the magic missiles. Cast your attacks.
1, 2, 3, 4. Amazing.
Look at
just
this dude!
2, 4, 6, 8.
Oh.
They just did. Boop, 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 boop.
3, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
They're not missiles, they're needles.
Yeah, they're magic gnats as they just sting this little thing and they'll puff, puff, puff on its side. It's looking a little pissed off but alive.
Yeah.
They're little needles of owl damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
you
else,
know.
Liz? Did you want me to move you away some more?
No, that's fine. I
Okay.
cheer Archon on from here.
Yeti's
get
turn,
him!
flanking at poor Archon.
That's left! He rolls a 7!
That would still hit.
The hell are you
attack.
even saying? What hit?
He hits you. Because he gets his
Okay.
+2 for being flanking.
Yeah.
So you take
it would've
another
missed
2
if you were
cold
flanking.
damage and 2 slashing, so 4 damage.
The one in front of me?
Yep. And it comes out with its second claw. Another hit for 4 slashing, 3 cold.
Why did I even take out my shield?
Well, to be fair, if
No.
they weren't flanking you, the first one would have missed.
Oh well.
I saw the future where you got hit. I tried to change it, but you got hit anyway.
Yeah. Second Yeti's turn, who's engaged with Archon, looks over at him, and he's gonna do his 2 attacks, I guess.
Oh, God. No, I fucked up. I thought it was gonna go in front of Alabor.
It's okay. It's okay.
So another,
You
this one
overshot.
getting slices across Archon's back for another 2 slashing, 3 cold. That's after the reductions.
Hmm.
Why did I have to roll a 1? Damn
Right.
it.
And another 5 slashing with a single point of cold. So another 6. So Archon right now is just ripped to shreds, covered in frost. He was fighting one Yeti, and then all of a sudden it was 2.
Yeti literally just got yeeted at him and was like, oh, fuck it, I'll just tear the shit out of this thing now.
as Yarkon, your turn goes as you have these 2 Yetis just unleashing claw attacks at you.
Yeah, Archon's just kind of, seeing this, he's gonna focus on the one in front of him, and he's gonna take the battle axe to it once again.
Okay. And you crack inside for another 7 or 8 or 9 damage. 9 damage, my mistake.
And as that happens, I'm just gonna kind of like seal myself. You're pathetic! And I'm gonna let the snow swirl around me. Does it do anything to these guys?
It does not. They're immune to cold damage.
Didn't think so. Fair enough.
There's Mr. Archon's floor space again.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. On the plus side, they do cold damage, which you're resistant to. But on the other token,
Yeah, I could live
They're
with that.
immune to
yeah.
I think he drew the short straw here.
Battle of the icy creatures, go.
Yeah,
Yevin's
right?
turn, who no longer has a dagger, no longer has a knife, looks around terrified with his little pickaxe.
Honestly, I was gonna throw the hand axe back to him if I wasn't trapped all of a sudden.
He's gonna go.
I wonder what caused that thinking emoji.
I'll help you,
No,
Mr.
it's
Archon, and he's gonna flank the Yeti and take
Oh,
a crack.
Oh, yeah, but you're so brave.
As he nat one swings around and
Go!
falls flat. Ah! Kiora, you're up.
Oh dear. Just a quick question. How far is like this way? Like, will it just be a
That's a
normal
10-foot
like...
drop. So if you go down there, you're going to take a d6 point of damage.
Alright. Well, I can still move my normal movement or no?
You
She
still do
wants
your
to
normal
save
movement.
her husbando.
Oh, shut up, you.
You can do your normal movement, but you're going to take a d6 falling damage if you don't climb down.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering what's more important, though. Let's see. Yeah.
Man, I can't fathom taking one whole d6 damage.
No, I'm just like wondering.
In your
if I should drop
case,
down
Shift,
or
it
should
could almost knock you out.
not. Healing word, first level Archon.
Okay. Alright, you get 7 more HP back.
Okay.
Not bad. Let's see now. Do I want to? I think I should drop, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I want to drop. Whatevs.
Yeah, so you run off, you take your leap, you take 5 damage from the falls, you kind of crack your ankle and get back up and hop over towards the Yeti. Tal, you're up.
Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
you
an
made your
action
attack.
still.
Yeah, sorry. And you strike it for 8 damage. It's looking really, really, really rough.
Alright.
Wow,
Alright,
you have an
move.
amazing hit.
I'm gonna toll this one again.
Okay. That time it passes, it just ignores your toll.
Alright, and I'm going to use healing word on Archon.
Okay. Archon, another 4 HP back to you.
And I'll move back behind the trees.
We're rolling too many ones on the healing.
Aren't we?
Alavor, you're up.
I'm gonna, like a horse, summon my sword, walk up to this guy. I'm gonna attack him.
That hits. As you take your sword, you just watch the bone-like blade appear in Alavor's hand as he comes up across this thing. As while it's distracted, he takes his blade, shoves it into the back of the spine of the creature, rips it up top as it collapses to the ground dead.
Then I'm gonna use my action surge. I'm gonna walk here. Is this technically flanking with
That's
Archon?
partial flank. That's a +1.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same with this.
Hey, that hits for another 12 damage. Nice. As you cut deep into its side as it starts bleeding. Elnor takes up a hand crossbow, kind of fierily blinds. This time hitting
Yeah.
For total-
So fun if she killed it.
2 damage.
Yeah.
It's Shift, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna move over to here, and I'm just gonna turn to her and just be like, stay here, it won't be much longer. I'm gonna move forward, gonna throw out a 2nd level healing word. Oh, I don't have healing word. Fuck. Never mind. Alright, I'm just gonna yeet a produce flame at the last one.
That time you
Ugh.
ha! Just right into the trees behind it, and snow puts it out. Little sizzle.
How much more movement do I have? I still have 20 more feet. Alright, I'm just gonna run up behind Archon and I'll Cure Wounds him.
They're
You
both
used your action
sadly.
already there, Shift.
Oh, you're right, never mind, yeah.
Hmm.
But I'll just stay there.
Hey, Otlius, you're up.
I rub my hands together like, come on, just calm down. No need to be fast. Generate more than needles this time. I cast magic missile again, but this time at first. All of it on
The thing left.
needed fucker.
All of it
Yeah,
on Archon.
Yeah. On arc. Okay.
Well, good news is, how do you want to do this? You got exactly the amount of HP it had left.
Woo! I don't even see the shit on the map.
Don't worry, I put a new one just now, so you can see what you did.
Oh, thanks. I make the magic missiles spin around Archon in the same direction as his free air conditioning. And then they all kind of like, one goes in through the chest and the other at its eyeballs, because I'm like, yeah, strategy, right?
So
Blind it.
Archon, you watch
But
as
then it
these
dies.
blue lights swirl around you within your frost storm, and then they fire back up. Two of its, one striking through its chest, out its back, and two into its eyes, as it bursts down and falls to the ground. Dead.
I jump up like Mario at the end of the level.
You guys look about you. You guys look over to see the panting. Oops, wrong soundtrack. The panting and breathing heavily human woman that just appeared out of the woods. As you take a closer look at her, you can see she's got covered in others' blood and exhaustion on her. She carries what looks to be a small pack on her, and has, on a closer inspection, seems to be a map on her as well.
I wipe my battle axe off in the snow, sheath it, grab the hand axe that Yevon just missed, and I'm gonna just start heading over to her.
Yeah, as he's doing that, I'd walk up to her. Are you injured?
No, I'm fine. Those things, she's breathing heavily, kind of tears kind of half in her eyes. I mean, I'm fine, but, like...
You seem to be in shock.
I'm sorry.
Just relax, they're gone now.
They killed my entire crew. I'm sorry. I apologize. Thank you. My name is thank you very much for saving me. My name is Eleanor, and I was up here and with some men I hired to help me search, and those creatures came out of nowhere and just tore them apart. Kind of collapsed down in the snow, breathing heavily with a cry.
I'll, like, sit down cross-legged in front of her. Just breathe. Just breathe. My name is Shift. Now, turn around and gesture for everyone else to start introducing themselves.
I'm Talitha.
Yevon? As you watch over and see Yevon retrieving his hand axe and dagger.
Handing it to him.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Otlius, and I smile
Let's
wide.
just pretend Otlius is, like, next to Telethon.
Yeah. Because we can't move. I was like, hi! I'm over here!
I'm curious.
I elbow Alavor in the shin.
You can call me Alibor.
What were you up here looking for?
There's a. I'm sorry. I guess this might seem a little confusing and odd, but I'm
Very.
I'm from the city of Port Frost. Do any of you happen to know of it?
Do I know?
I just
of
shake
it?
my head.
I imagine I would.
Port Frost is one of the nearby major cities near Dralick Mountain. It's far to the east. Known very much for its like ice fishing and such. It's a bit on the odd coast side. Does a fair bit of trade and other such. You figure that she might be a little okay with the fact of not freaking out that Shift is a beast man, because Port Frost is one of the few ports that actually has a direct line with Zulandis in this northern area. A bit of a, as I say, a bit of a different city. It's smaller as far as cities go, but still considered one of the majors, and it has a port system.
Who would know this, by the way?
Yeah, you guys would all know this, except for pretty much Shift and...
Hell yeah. I ain't no city boy.
So what exactly are you doing here?
I'm looking for an artifact that... my little brother is very ill, and there's an artifact in these mountains that I've heard about called the Ice Rose. Apparently anyone who uses it... Pardon?
Nothing. Continue.
No.
I stop myself as she keeps looking.
No. Apparently anyone who uses the Ice Rose, it has the ability to cure any sort of sickness or disease, and maybe even death itself.
1, have I heard of it? 2, can I make an insight check?
Have I heard of it too?
Archon, you can make me a history check at disadvantage. Kiara, you can make me a history check flat.
I will also see if I've heard it. History.
Yeah, as well or no?
Yeah. There's an artifact on this mountain?
Well,
It's
no,
a rose.
You're too interested, Dan. You're too interested in the stars to give a fuck about fucking shit on Earth.
Yeah, I'd say you two can make a crack at it, but you're gonna have
I know
disadvantage
nothing
again.
about this mountain. I know nothing of this mountain.
Okay, well, Kiori and Tal, you both have heard some very vague rumors about this ice flower. It is a myth of the legend that the ice flower does have some sort of crazy healing properties from the mountain. All you know about it is apparently it used to belong to some fae, and that's about the extent of what you know. But it is apparently it has been rumored that this flower was able to remove any sort of sickness and can even possibly resurrect the dead.
Can I make an insight check?
You can make an insight check.
Thank you.
She apparently is telling the truth. She is seeking this ice rose.
Now, such an item likely would have been found at this point, would it not?
I'm uncertain, but I mean, these mountains aren't exactly safe. It's possible no one has ever been able to locate the object and return with it. At least that is my hope.
I doubt that.
Where's this so-called flower?
Well, and she pulls out the little map she had. This was a map I was able to procure for a price, and it's in these, as I said, in these mountains. It's about 2 days journey from this location at this point.
Is it down, up?
Again, you're kind of looking at about a little down, maybe. Again, you figure she came from down, so it's more like, again, lateral than particularly down. As once again, you figure the simple fact that if this person came from below, chances are they're not going to go up the mountain down it. So
Where'd you get it from?
And Do you mind if I have a look at this map you have?
I suppose so. And she hands you the map.
Now look at it. Is it away from the prison?
It is away from the prison. It's nowhere near the prison.
Now hand it back to her. Let's say in the event that you do not find this rose, should you not be with your brother? I'm sure he is scared and worried for your safety.
That may be true, but this is the only chance he has.
Do not mind if I may ask this, but what have you tried to cure him of his ailments?
Whatever we could. Basic restoration magic and such. Herbs and other various ailments, but nothing seems to take.
How is he sick?
I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but pustule boils are on his body that seem to burst open with thick yellow liquidy pus. And
Does he cast magic?
I look back at Alivor.
Yeah, there's a worried glance from Talitha too.
You guys thinking it's similar to that,
Indeed. It's odd being at the port town, but it sounds the same. Is she human?
she is very much human.
Your brother, forgive me if this is rude, but is he a human like you?
Yes, he is. Why do you ask?
Well, we know of a certain ailment that afflicts those of magical hereditaries. If your brother is a human, though. Shift kind of like frowns his brow in thought.
Has Curie ever
Can
heard
he
of anything
cast
like
magic?
this?
Roll me a medicine check, and it's going to be a disadvantage for this one.
Alright.
Does he have ADS?
I mean, you heard of other diseases that show similar symptoms to that, but without a close examination of the child, you couldn't be certain what it could be.
let's roll your story back a bit. These Yeti here attacked you and your group.
Yes. She kind of points up up towards where she had ran from, just up that way.
I'm gonna head up there, see what's left.
Okay. So you walk up there, and what you do is you find what looks to be a small group of people, about 5 or 6, just ripped to shreds and torn in half. Tattered, ripped up armor, tattered, ripped up clothing. These people have been just wrecked.
Is there anything I can salvage?
Roll me an investigation check.
While he's doing that, does the direction that she ran from line up with the map?
Yeah, that looks like that was the direction
Yep.
she was trying to go towards.
Okay.
But, I mean, as much as, 200 feet can line up, right? I mean, it's not like she ran miles.
Fair. I wasn't sure how long she...
Yeah, no, it's like 200 feet away. You look at it. Sorry, can I one at a time, guys? I gotta take care of Alivor's investigation. So, Alivor, you find what looks to be a chainmail shirt that might be serviceable with a bit of work.
With a bit of work?
Yeah, it looks like it could be fixed or mended. At the moment, it would still work as chainmail, but it'd be chainmail with a -1 to the AC.
Chain mail or chain shirt?
Chainmail.
Anything else on them? Coin, potions?
You do find what looks to
Food.
be about 40 gold coins, 100 silver, and 200 copper.
Would Alabor think to look for any kind of uniform, or whether these guys are mercs or something?
You're not there, but Alivor would gather basic. They look like they are a hired adventuring party. They're not any sort of officials.
Yeah, he
you don't find any
probably
healing
recognize-
potions. You do notice that there are shattered bottles. They might have had some and used them during the combat, but
How much silver and copper was it?
100 silver, 200 copper.
Okay. Alright.
Everything else. I'll also say you also find what looks to be a basic longsword that's still in working condition, as well as 2 daggers.
I will return to the party. Anyone need a
I'll,
long sword?
I'll hand her back the map.
Thank you.
I raise my hands when he says that.
I hand you the long sword. What about these daggers?
Yevon kind of raises his hand.
Yevon. Yep.
I'll hand Yevon the 2 daggers.
Thanks. Might be useful.
I'll stand back up and just take a step over here and just whisper over to Alivor and be like, "This map directs away from the prison. We could take a small detour, help this lady out."
As much as I don't like spending much more time on this mountain, but it does get us further away from possible search parties.
And it might be helpful having someone in the town. You know, I don't know how many people are going to want to help those in rags.
Well, brings up my next point. I will shift the coin that I found. We aren't broke anymore, but we should probably take Yevon home first. I suppose we'll have to see what route is the most suitable. If that port is closer, maybe we can get a carriage to take us to Yevon's town.
Perhaps. For now, though, what do you think we should do?
He will look over at Eleanor. These creatures, I assume they aren't the guardians of this flower. Is there anything that guards this thing?
Nothing that I know of one way or the other, but I imagine the legends do say there are things that protect the area. I mean, I wouldn't know what it could be. Usually such treasures have guardians of one form or another.
That's my main concern. While this is going on, he's gonna put the damaged chainmail on.
Okay. I mean, I know I can't... I know you've done so much for me already, but if you're willing to help me, I mean, I could see what I can do for payment. I mean, the people I came up with were going to get a reward once we return back to the port with the flower, but if you wish to take the charge instead, I would be more than happy to pay all of you.
How far away is this town of yours? How many days?
Unfortunately, it is a bit of a distance. would take a week or so by foot to reach there.
And Miss Eleanor, if we do not find the flower, we have two very knowledgeable clerics. They can help maybe assist with what your brother has.
I doubt you could, but perhaps it could help. As I said, we've had clerics look at him already, and to no avail.
Well,
Regardless, we should, if we are going to do this, we should continue quickly. If we do not find it, your brother's last moments should be with you there.
before we go anywhere else, I think we need to look over at the dead Yetis, scavenge what we can.
Can we eat Yeti?
Yeah, it's meat.
What's stopping you from eating Yeti?
They don't regenerate. Just make sure to cook it thoroughly.
What stops you from eating Yevon? And she's just gonna look over to Yevon with a little bit of a smirk.
There's
I
a
scratch
slight
my
there.
head.
Talitha.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
I haven't eaten Yeti before.
That's
That's
the
what's
first
stopping
time
me
for
from eating
everything.
Yeti.
Oh, it's the
guess.
first time for everything. I hear it's like bear.
Oh!
That
so
ain't
you
that
ate-
good, actually. Yeah.
Heath, how has she reacted to the half-elves? Does she seem like one of the racist humans, or is she like more like accepting normal?
She did hesitate when she saw us.
The Dragonborn
But she
shit. But she, I mean, it's kind of one of those cases where there's usually humanity has an underlining semi-racism to everybody, but half-elves are one of those races that people generally just accept as, okay, they're okay.
Okay, because I thought they're like even like the half-elves, they're like mega like no, you were lesser.
Yeah,
think it
only the
depends on
super
where.
racist ones. It depends where you're from. Most people just take half-elves as, okay, you're a half-elf. Usually,
They see him as half human.
yeah.
Yeah, but do I sense any like disdain or like any amounts of
Roll me an insight.
yeah? Like who is she gravitating more to be like, yeah, this is someone I accept?
You have a hard time
Yevon.
kind of, Yevon. You have a hard time kind of figuring out. She seems to be, for the most part, just still kind of in shock, hard to read for that matter. But at the moment, she just seems thankful to all of them, but her gravitational thanks seems to be kind of, at the moment, I guess, because Shift's done most of the talking, she's been talking to Shift the most.
Okay, thank you.
Either way, we should get what we can from these Yeti.
Yes.
Seems we keep
indeed.
picking up more mouths to feed. We're gonna need more meat.
Eleanor, do you have your own supplies still, or did you lose them?
I do have a few days' worth of supplies for the hills still, yes.
Shift kind of nods.
So
Eleanor, is
just
there
to
any
make
kind
it,
of...
just to make it simple for you, Shift, you can add another 8 days worth of rations that Eleanor had on her
Is
person.
this okay?
I'm gonna ask her, is there any sort of carriage system that runs from your town to other towns?
Well, yes, if you make it to any town, there's usually some sort of carriage system.
Just pause for 1 sec. Did you guys deduct rations for last session?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
he did. And add.
So that's type of 8.
I'm gonna look at Yevon. Well, I know he said we'd get you home, but I think our best bet's to go to this town first, then take a carriage to yours.
I suppose that might work. But, excuse me, what town is he from? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm from White Deer. She kind of gives an odd look. He's like, Well, if you're looking for a town, why are you avoiding Mountain's Toe? Or, for that matter, just go straight to White Deer. It's far closer than Port Frost.
Well, we gotta get you back to your brother, yeah?
Of
Initially,
course,
we were heading to Giant's Toe, but if we had to help you, then
no,
it
of course.
seems to make more sense.
Obviously.
Wait. If White Deer is closer than Port Frost, perhaps we should go there after we get this rose and then take a carriage from there to your place, Eleanor.
I would think that would be the better strategy, yes. Otherwise you'd spend weeks going to Port Frost just to return back to White Deer.
Better idea.
See, I thought that Port Frost was closer based off of the description.
You know, for the sake of this, here's the world map for you guys, where you can see where I've named the towns for you, at least on the top.
Aries can. Oh, I see lines.
Where is it?
All
I
the
can only
towns that
see-
have been named are at the very top, guys.
I only
I
see
can only
Mountain's
see two
Toes
names.
named.
Oh,
Yeah, and
my
Dralick
bad.
Mountain.
Give me a second.
Are they all on GM layer?
No, they're not GM layer. I just didn't click on the C name for you guys to see.
Hello.
There you guys go.
Oh, yeah, I have a
Yeah.
quick question.
Yep.
Where am I from?
I don't know. Where are you from?
You haven't given Heath a name.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought it'd be like evident, like something like that.
Yeah.
As I said,
Hey,
Aries,
look at-
I haven't named most of these cities and towns yet, so if you guys want to name one, go for it.
Aries, can you do me
Look
a
at my
solid
home, all
and
the way on the
screen-
other side of the world.
Okay, I can do
Screenshot.
that.
Thanks.
Where do you just the entire thing or just the basics? Where?
Just the relevant one to Mardonia.
Sections, yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Give me a second. I have to get a perfect angle for you.
Don't need to go to that length.
It's okay. I'm kidding.
Still can't see anything, eh, D-Rab?
Nope, but I see it's better because I see lines and the words Mardonia and Altaris. I see
I be
all
from
the
the capital?
countries and the.
That'd be fun.
Sure. That's no reason you can't be.
Oh yeah. High
Oh,
society.
it's all the things up top. Okay.
I can be from
I'm not
high
even from a
society.
city. Hell yeah.
Right?
But you fucking city slickers.
Yeah, well, I haven't exactly filled out the world map completely, guys, so it's...
I'm from a
No, but
very-
even once you do fill up the rest of the map, I'm still not from a city.
No, yeah, you're a bush baby.
Exactly. Shift is fantasy Australian.
Oh my
Kiori's probably like New
You're not
York,
Bogan, though.
LA
Well, if you
or
think about it,
something.
you were sent off to a penal colony in a mountain, so...
Oh, damn.
Oh my god, Shift is a pioneer convict.
He'll make all the Australians now. They all come from him.
Shift is the single
Damn
ancestor of all Australia.
Yeah.
That's why they like cats.
They're all cat people. My god, it makes sense.
Oh god, they're onto us.
We're all actors anyway. We can be whatever the fuck we.
I
Karn
know.
out
sure.
are the ancestors of all the edgy people. Kiori's the
Get paid.
ancestor of like the nerds and the antisocial people. Yevon is just Yevon.
Yevon is Yevon. Yeah, so thinking about it for a sec, Arkan just kind of looks down and goes, "Hey, show me your hands for a sec."
Okay. Shows you her
Um,
hands.
I've seen a lot of different kinds of people. Are they calloused? Are they worn? Does she seem like she's worked a lot? Or what kind of, based on that, what kind of work can I think she's done?
Roll me a perception check just to see how much you can get out of that.
Fair.
I just looked at other people's hands. Why is she the first one he's looked at?
You can tell from her hands that she's definitely not a farmer or a heavy worker. Probably works in kind of a neither like a stressful, harsh job, but neither has she been like pampered all her life. Hands is the best way.
She's like an artisan then.
Yeah,
Like she works with her hands, but on smaller.
Yeah, maybe like that. Middle class. Just think middle, maybe upper middle class if you're looking for like a ranking from it. Obviously, you can't tell what job she has based looking at someone's hands, but you can.
She's a cobbler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Just,
headcaning that she's a
Her
cobbler.
hands are not like high nobility, right?
Got
Where
it.
it's just like pristine, but she's worked
Would
with her
Kiori's-
hands occasionally.
What would
That's all I need
Kiori's
to know.
hands be? I'm just wondering at this point.
I mean, if you've been trained to
Use
fight, they'd be
weapons,
pretty
right?
calloused.
Mm.
Mine are so soft.
Yeah, Archon just crosses his arms, nods his head, and that's it.
Is she still sitting down?
At this point, she stood back up.
Okay.
So about these Yeti. Alivor says, summoning his sword to go try to butcher one.
I'll help you with one of those.
I can
May
help.
as
I want to
well.
learn.
I can also help. Guidance.
Dude, who's gonna roll the survival
I'll,
check?
if Alivor's rolling it, I'll assist. If
Okay.
Preferably
Guidance.
not me.
I'll roll it then.
I can roll it.
It was
I
more of
will-
him trying to
Am I
fight a
being
call to
assisted?
action.
I'm guiding. Guidance. Blah blah blah.
So wait, is it
Everybody's
flat roll or
gonna-
advantage?
Who's got survival? Who's proficient with survival?
Tell Liz.
I'm proficient with survival.
Okay, then you can assist Shift.
I'll go with a different one then.
I'll go guidance. Let's go.
I'll go to Mr. Archon. then.
Hell yeah!
29.
Hey
let's go.
Archon, you can roll me a flat one.
Cool. Ollie's can help me if he doesn't have proficiency.
He
I don't
does
have
not.
proficiency.
Okay. Fair
I'm
enough.
here to learn.
And what I'm gonna
And
do.
learn
to
I
ju-
will.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do to justify that is I'm actually gonna try to teach him a little about beginning, and he gets kind of. Well, he doesn't do it as well as he possibly could in the attempt.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like a- I'm
just
like a
straight up
student
massacre the
of
thing
class.
after a while.
So like
but-
this,
So while
and then I
Shift
just
has
like
got this
stab it.
beautiful knife out and cuts along perfectly, getting every aspect of the meat available and the fur pelt on top of it, and the claws and the teeth, you guys gain another 12 days worth of rations off of that one.
Like Shift, Kiori, and like Alivor making like Tower just making artwork at this point.
Archon, with your hack and slash job, you get 2 days worth of usable rations.
No. Skin deep. God.
Yeah.
But how deep?
Skin, just literally that.
Skin? The
Yes.
skin?
Archon's like,
Cut off
Archon's like, you gotta
You're
be
like
careful.
Archon.
You gotta be real careful, and then he pulls out his fucking great axe and just slams into it. Real careful.
Kiori's just gonna look at them too, and she just has like a
Archon
soft
raid,
flex on her eye.
Archon raid survivals. Ah!
Did I use this dagger? Or this letter knife? And I use both.
Yeah, if it's in there with like chopsticks using knives.
No, you don't hold it like. Ugh, never mind.
What do you mean? How am I supposed to hold it?
I'm
So I got
handing
one-
Adelis a spear.
One
Use
Yeti
this.
pelt.
Yeah, so you guys get a Yeti pelt as well as 12 days worth of rations. Archon gets 1 day's worth of rations.
2. You said 2.
2
You can't
days.
take us
2
from that.
You
days.
did say it too.
2 days worth of rations.
I'm gonna keep that.
Shall we?
I'm gonna try it on the third one.
Shall
Hey, just roll me a survival check,
Shall we?
Alibor. Oh, damn. So, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah!
Still
okay.
not as good as the 29, but you also get a good 10 days worth of rations and another pelt.
Yeah, like we're just making art over here. It's like these two buffoons.
Guys,
I like
we fucking got
sweat
rations
and
for
a-
days.
I swear.
I bring the
You good, Mr. Archon? That's look at our 2 rations.
I bring the other pelt over to Elevor, and I'm like,
Do you want to clean these with your with that magic that you have?
Would probably be best. I'll prestidigitate them.
Yeah, he's like, clean up the Yeti pelts. You guys got 2 Yeti pelts.
These should be
I'll
pretty
keep one in my
useful in
inventory
keeping
unless I
warm.
want to use it.
I
By the
will,
way, a Yeti pelt does weigh 30 pounds.
Oof.
Because they're, it's like a bear pelt. They're not light.
So it's just slightly under Otlius' weight.
I can hold one.
No, I'm fine. I can
35
hold.
pounds.
You can hold both?
I mean, if Shift's
I'm not
holding one and I'm holding one, then they're both.
I mean, Shift, are you sure you want to hold one?
Shift, are you
I mean, I don't
encumbered with
need-
all that?
I have no idea. I don't know how much any of my shit.
Well, rations have a weight
have
value right on the
hell-
game.
You
I-
have a lot of food. You shouldn't.
I think
Yeah, I
I
have a
should
lot of food.
carry it. Yeah,
Okay,
let me
I'll give
carry
it to Kiori.
I've used my 16
are
strength
they
for
Oh,
weight
you
something.
haven't been
each?
putting your weights in, so I will do that for you
No.
now, because I think rations are
Okay.
5 pounds apiece.
No, they're
Or
two. I
2
just
pounds
looked
apiece.
it
Yeah,
up.
2 pounds apiece, so that's 108 pounds of rations on you.
Dude, Shift is strong as fuck.
Just wild shape into a pack.
I still have a bear pelt and a direwolf pelt as well.
Oh yeah, those are also going to weigh, the direwolf pelt would be 15 pounds, and the bear pelt would be 25 pounds.
I guess y'all can sell that shit when we get back to town.
Yeah, I mean, I'm using the direwolf pelt, but I'll give the bear pelt to someone else if they want to grab it. How much does hide armor weigh? At least I don't have weapons to. weigh
I
me
guess
down.
I'll carry it too. Why not? Well, how much does it weigh?
And
The
your
bear pelt's
plate should weigh
25.
5 pounds.
My what?
Is-
My
The
plate.
young Razamar plate.
Ah, yeah, okay. 5.
Wait, the bear pelt weighs how much?
25.
25.
Yeah, I'm just fine. I'm not over
Shield weighs weight as well of I believe 2 or 5 pounds.
6.
6 pounds on the shield.
Okay, so I'm getting rid of the bear pelt. Okay, or use fist bones, I imagine, wouldn't be over like 1 or 2.
No, those
18
things. No,
pounds.
the fist is going to be negligible weight. This is the water.
Okay. Well, without those 2 pelts, I am fine.
Yeah, I'll hold both. It's fine. I can carry them just fine.
You
Keep
see
them wrapped around
Shift,
me.
we're walking around with 128 pounds of food on his back.
Kiori just wrapped in pelts. Just, I am warm now.
Dude, Kiori's dressed like a pimp.
Oh my god.
Oh, I
Probably.
forgot.
I was
I forgot that I'm
more
lucky and my
naturally,
natural ones get a reroll. It's fine.
I
I
was
don't know anything about this ice rose.
I was more imagining like a Chibukiori just standing there, just completely wrapped in pelts like a blanket.
I am at half encumbrance.
I have no idea what my max is, but I'm probably pretty fucking close.
You're right on the edge of it, man.
I'll
Yeah.
just
I think
not
you got
carry anything.
I think you got 4 pounds, 4 to 14 pounds left, and you're over. But anyways, you see as Eleanor kind of walks up as you guys finish cutting up all the Yetis, as she approaches Kiori, goes, excuse me, are you, may I ask who you all are and why you are all traveling up here? I mean, not that I'm upset about the help or anything.
We are simply a traveling band that happened to meet.
We're quite lost right now.
Oh, I see. Well, I suppose it is rather difficult out here. But, I do appreciate all the help you all did for me.
It was our pleasure. After all, in regions like this, you must help everybody you come across.
Yes.
Okay.
That is very helpful of you. Thank you.
Eleanor.
Yes, Kiori, was it?
Yes, may I ask your last name? Or your family name?
Wintershine.
Do I recognize it?
Roll me a history check.
Whoa.
I'd say you know of the Wintershines as kind of they're nothing particularly huge or anything. They're not like a noble family or something. They're known to kind of work in the dock area a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe own some ships and such. They got like low-level merchantry almost.
Merchants, I see. Very interesting.
Oh, you've heard of my family?
Yes, I do some reading to time, and knowing about the different families is quite interesting.
That's very nice.
Ooh, do me.
Alright. What is your last name or your family name?
Let us
Stone
continue
Hollow.
this conversation while we travel. while burning
Okay.
daylight.
Do I recognize his last name?
I don't know. Roll me a history check.
Yeah, and as they're doing this, I'll start walking.
I don't know. How big would your last name be? I'm not even positive.
Probably not that big, because we're humble tavern people.
Yep, you would have no clue about him.
I'm sorry, but I haven't heard of your family before. Are they nobility or are they merchants?
No.
Or...
No.
Oh, that's why then. But it's just alright though. Maybe one day.
I thought you
I'll
were
be
like
able to meet them.
psychic and know everything.
No, sadly, I am not that psychic, really.
That's okay. Yeah, we have a small tavern.
That sounds nice. I haven't been to a tavern before.
It's alright.
What is it like, in your tavern?
Well, it's... He stops for a second. Quaint. It's quaint. Because everywhere else is fancy and posh, but we kind of pride ourselves in our homeliness.
Really? Where are you from, if it's so posh and fancy?
He stops. Well, yes. What's the fanciest place you know?
The capital?
Oh. What's the second most fancy place you know?
I'd probably name, probably another major city of the Empire.
If I hear it, I point it out in her list.
That should name off all, the super
Your
major
city?
cities.
Yeah.
You've definitely heard of his city.
I'm from Nirvandra.
Is it up there in really well-established cities, or is it eh?
It's kind of like the Vegas of this world.
Not bad. Not my first place I go to, but I'm sure that's
Really?
Have I been there before?
Rich, aren't you?
I think I've been there before. Yeah, my family would totally be there.
I don't know if you think your family would go is the Vegas sort. I suppose
We
so.
go to Vegas.
Definitely there. Yeah, I've been
I
there
mean,
a
they
few
were-
times.
They were like the mafia, right?
Yeah, they'd go there. Come on.
Yeah, so they
They
would've
probably
gone there
have
to money
a few
launder.
establishments there. Yeah.
Shit, I know someone that went to the casino in Perth to money launder, so I have no doubt the mafia would have.
I apologize. There's a storm going through, and it cut my power.
Oh, it's okay.
How long have you been?
Gone.
We were talking about races.
Oof.
Oh wow.
That's a
quite
while.
a long time.
We're traveling
We've
now. We're
moved.
moving, and
Yeah, we've moved on to
Enjoy.
quizzing Kiori about all the different cities.
yeah.
Yeah, I have been to there. My family has some businesses over there, but
Oh, how long ago?
um I haven't been there recently, but we go almost every year.
Oh. Well, sorry, but you guys don't seem familiar.
No, I don't think we'd go to a tavern per se,
Yeah.
but
But we get
maybe
adventures of all kinds.
that is nice. Maybe
Yeah.
if I go back, I can visit.
Sure. It'd be nice.
Yes, it would be. Very awkward, like this is not normal. This is like I feel kind of bad.
In the in the background, Archon you hear Archon very loudly. So we're saving a brother or what?
That's what we're walking, Mr. Archon. Jeez, you're so impatient. As I yell back.
It is going to take us a day or two to get to where the location is on the map.
See, she says it's gonna take a day or two.
Kind of like glance over at Alibu and Shift since they seem to be.
Yeah, Shift is like leading.
He nods, just goes back to his shit.
Where are you
I
from?
assume that she's up the front with Shift, and Shift will be like cross-referencing her map with the map they were given with the Goliath, which I assume the map we have is not nearly as detailed.
No, yours is very crude compared to hers.
Yeah. As we're walking, do you have any writing implements? I might like to add to this map that I have.
Actually, I do. And she kind of goes into her little satchel and brings out a quill pen and a little ink jar.
I appreciate this, and I'm gonna try and like copy down some details of the surrounding area.
Okay. Not a.
Yeah, I'm not a cartographer.
Yeah. Roll me just we'll call it an intelligence check.
Hell yeah, I'm so smart.
So as you start drawing in trees and you say dragons be here on the map, just kind of scrolled.
Oh, my map is completely unintelligible to anybody that isn't me.
Yeah. There's
Should
weird
make the star chart person.
Honestly,
update
even if
maps.
I rolled like a nat 20, it would still be because
uh,
when I'm drawing a map, I'm focusing on completely arbitrary shit as a druid.
Yeah.
Like, tree here, rock there,
Yeah.
good cave,
yeah, it's
animals.
like it is completely it is a mess and
But I can read it, and that's what counts.
as you guys continue moving forward, Eleanor goes up and goes, so I'm glad to see that you all agreed to help me. It's very kind of you. Is there anything you need from me when we return back to my home?
Do you have a ship?
Well, my family does own a couple small vessels.
Whoa! I'm just curious. I don't know.
I think some assistance gathering supplies for the rest of our journey would be more than enough.
I'll do what I can. But,
As you can perhaps see, we are not the best equipped travelers.
I scoff in the background.
sure, you all do your very best. She keeps walking. You're, if you don't mind me saying, you're quite the odd motley crew.
We were, acquainted on very unusual circumstances.
I look over at Archon. I'm like,
His home burned down.
I just whisper that.
That's horrible.
Indeed.
I like to
But
think
as a result, he
interesting.
agreed to join us, so...
Sorry, what were you saying, Dev?
I said, I like to think we're just interesting.
Yes, you are that.
Yes, we also found the halfling about to get eaten, so... Very odd circumstances.
It seems to be a rather common occurrence up in these mountains.
Indeed, it's a rough place to be. Definitely far too dangerous to travel alone.
I look at them quizzically, like, I managed to get up the mountain alone.
Yes, it definitely was very dangerous to come alone, or even under guard, it would seem.
But this is why we have unusual company in times like this.
Were they whispering at this point?
No, I stopped whispering after I started talking about Otlius.
Alright. Yeah, up here you kinda gotta pick and choose. You don't have a choice.
What? Oh. I go quiet.
Take what you can get. You don't, you die. That's how it is up here.
I see. It would seem to be the case, yes.
Archon just keeps walking.
You know, Mr. Archon,
Hmm.
did you build that house?
Yep.
Whoa.
Didn't I tell you that?
No.
Oh, well.
Would Otlius even be that impressed? He did find it like half burnt down and covered in animal shit.
No, because I'm more worrying that he would shit at his own house that he built.
LOL, what?
Yes. These are difficult times we are in. A little generosity to a stranger goes a long way.
It definitely is very nice of you. But, I mean, obviously, you said you are all a motley crew here. What did bring you all out in these woods, though? Were you also looking for something?
Yep.
Oh,
Me, not so much.
What were you looking for, then, Mr. Oatless?
I am and I kind of put invisible glasses closer to my face. I am a researcher of sorts. I study the stars and thought the mountain is a tall place and would let you see stars better above the cloud cover. And suffice to say, I probably should have stayed below the mountain, but that's why we're going down.
She gives a laugh. I see. Well, if you enjoy the stars, Mr. Oatless, then, I would suggest going on a boat. After all, some of the best star charts are done on the oceans.
Yeah, it's why I asked about your ship earlier.
Well, I'd be very...
I haven't been on a boat before, but...
Well, since you've been all so kind to help me, I'd be more than happy to assist you in any way you can. And she kind of puts a gentle, friendly hand on your shoulder, Oatlius. You've all been very kind.
Thanks, Miss Eleanor. Kind of just smile at her.
Gives you a soft smile back. It's good to know that such good people are around here. It does set my mind a bit at ease.
If I'm confident that we can keep traveling straight, I might start looking for a place to bed down, because I assume it would have been quite a while into.
Yeah, you guys can start looking. Maybe you can roll me a survival check to see if you can find a suitable place to bed down.
Guidance.
Am I being assisted?
I can assist.
Yeah.
Let me roll that sick guidance.
Max.
Yeah, guidance, nice.
Yeah, you find
Max.
once again. You guys find what looks to be a place you can set up camp out in the. It's not too badly too bad an area. Kind of off to the side, not too severe. Out of the worst of the chill.
And it's not like a cave or anything. It's kind of just
No
like
caves this time. You're not gonna find a cave every fucking day.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm just trying to visualize what we have.
No, you basically found like what looks to be just like a cliff in the side of the mountain that's just kind of out in the out of the side. It's basically
Okay.
you're just like up against a mountainous area that kind of got caved out or
Like
got chunked
wave
out.
rock.
Yeah,
Yeah, no wind.
yeah, no
That's the
wind
best you could get out of
exactly.
here.
You guys are kind
kind
of
of
in the open area this time.
I drift back towards our.
I mean, give you kind of a
just
visual. It'd be kind of like this spot here. You kind of got like this little
Okay.
cliff that you can kind of duck down into.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I see a
I'll
white
wild
map.
shape. I'll use one of my wild shapes. I'll wild shape into a badger, and I'll start clearing out a little bit, so we have more of like an alcove.
Oh no, poor Yevon.
What do you mean, poor Yevon?
Yevon.
You turned into a badger?
He got 8 by 1. Oh well. Shift is a practical.
Yeah, you
Tabaxi.
turn to a
You
giant
don't give a shit.
badger, start kind of digging out the stone. Just roll me a strength check using the giant badger statistics, which would give you a plus. Give me a second.
+1.
Yeah. So you kind of dig it out. You give a decent little extra bit of extra cover. Nothing too severe or great, but enough that you guys can.
Yeah, it didn't need to be landscaped completely. I was just making a small curve.
Yeah.
Oh
Another
no!
blank
You
map.
caught the disease. I laughed because he was like, just for a visual, and then pointed at a blank space on the map, and I was like, ah, yes.
Yeah, this is a bit annoying. I can't believe. I guess we should be happy at least mine didn't get nailed with. Otherwise, we'd have to cancel the game.
Yeah.
That would have been very funny.
Let's not even talk about that.
Yeah, I didn't even see like the badger roll or anything either.
Oh, you didn't
No,
see the roll?
No, you have the
Oh.
badger roll and GM
No,
layer
you had
shift.
that on GM layer.
Wait, why is it on GM layer? I've clicked public.
Mm.
I don't know, man. You had it on GM
The
layer. You can see the badger
badger. That
roll
has
in the
to be on
GM
the
layer
badger.
in the group
It's
chat
yellow.
too.
The badger sheet. not
Maybe
your-
maybe it's because I clicked it from the badger sheet.
Yeah, if you
oh
click
yeah,
the-
okay.
Yeah, the badger sheet's probably
Yep,
on
that's right.
GM layer.
Yeah, I didn't notice that because it's the layout is very different.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah.
Why do all the the wolf doesn't even have it? Panther. Okay, Panther's on public already.
Okay, so
Badger public. Boar.
Yeah, remember the deset setting for the enemies is GM layer because I roll them in GM layer. Remember?
That's weird. Well, all the other ones were defaulted to public. It was just the badger.
Yeah, probably because I hadn't used the other character monsters yet. You used, so they came over.
Right. Fair. Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys got
I'm gonna take a look at Kiori and Telitha's armor situation.
Kiora doesn't have one, right?
Nope.
That's
Either of you,
Hadn't you found
Tell us-
armor before?
do you have hide, Telitha?
No, I have leather.
Right, I gave you the leather. I'm gonna give
Yeah.
Kiori my old hide armor.
Okay.
Here, this should help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Which I think I even forgot to even put on my sheet.
Oh, did you forget they equipped your hide armor?
Have you been attacked
No.
since we
Leather
got
armor?
the armor?
No,
No.
fortunately.
Nope, you do not have the leather armor on your sheet. I'll add it for you.
Nice.
Bringing your AC up now to 14.
Hey.
I also have 14 AC.
I am at a near comfortable 17 with that damaged chainmail.
Are you using a shield as well?
Yep.
Okay.
It's almost like my old outfit. Only with big claw gashes in it.
Reminiscing on better days, are we?
I'm more like concerned over the quality of this armor, but I think for the most part it should be fine.
You've
It's
gotten
not-
by with worse up to this point.
That's exactly the point. I don't make a habit of using a fallen man's armor, but in this area we can't really be choosy.
I suppose it's better than being dead.
Say that for the poor soul that was wearing this before.
I know, those creatures just came out of nowhere. It was rather disturbing.
So, by the way, I've actually been holding around like a hunting trap, like a bear trap, the entire time. I'd like to actually set it up while we're resting and just put it here, right about here, in case anything tries to sneak up on us.
So you're gonna set up a bear trap?
Yep. In case anything steps on it, they're gonna get their leg chopped off.
Dan, are you getting PTSD from setting up a bear trap?
There you go. There's your bear trap.
I still don't see it, but that is fine.
Oh, I guess you guys still have the lack of. So just ping
I
where
I
you
see
see
the
it.
trap. Just
I can see it.
I just don't see the map. It's cool. I'm good.
I'll just take another screenshot.
Ooh, and now it's complete darkness.
Darkness falls.
Yeah, I'm assuming we've already set up like a campfire and stuff.
Yep. As you can see, the campfire set up on the screenshot map.
Cool.
Yep.
Perfect.
I will take first watch if anybody wishes to join me.
Yep.
I will partake in the second.
I could do third.
I can double up with anyone.
First,
Why
to
don't you
look
take
at the
second with me?
Sure.
I can. I guess I can join Tell on the third watch. Yevon says as he kind of scratches his hair.
All right.
Ooh, Yevon.
Archon, you should join for first watch.
First, who's doing that?
Alivor.
And
Sure.
Orcleus.
Yeah, why not?
What? I look at Telethon like, why have you
I
done
can't-
this?
Shift begins to snicker.
Archon actually looks a bit tired as he's like leaning up against the stone. He took a beating. He's trying not to show it, but he took a fucking beating. He's a bit tired.
Perhaps he should just rest. After all, he took a bunch of yetis to the face
Nah, I'm
My
good.
bad.
and
And the-
back
Yeah, and back, yeah.
and the
It's
sides.
fine, it's fine. They both died anyway.
Look,
Okay.
all I'm saying is I
already
saw
wearing
the
one of
last
them.
group that went up against those things, and
How? What is it?
you got.
You're wearing
quite
one of the
lucky.
Yetis.
Oh yeah, I am. Quite soft and comfortable.
How dead were they?
Let's see. I counted about 2 of them ripped in half. Third one was torn in probably thirds.
I'm gonna
I'm pretty
cover
sure
your
they-
ears.
Just look at Eleanor and I'm like,
I'm pretty sure they might have played some sort of game with one of the heads. I'm not sure.
is
I
Eleanor like
kinda-
freaking out?
Yeah, she's
I
not
kind-
looking too happy about it. She's kind of in that shock, open mouth, like, ah.
And
I
we're all
also
still
covered
alive,
my
huh?
mouth like, "What?"
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. I'll put it that way.
That's what happens up here.
I'm gonna try and just like calm Eleanor down. Just... Oops, didn't want to do that. Oh god, really? Okay.
Who cares? How's Shift calming Eleanor down?
I'm just gonna. Well, I was gonna move over next to her, but my game closed. Yeah, I'm gonna just move over next to her and just talk with her softly, trying to get her mind off it.
It's like, thank you, Mr. Shift. That's that is a lot of help.
It's in the past now. Just best to forget about it.
Indeed, it's still very, very kind of you.
I kind of just
Look over at Eleanor a moment and just kind of arc.
And I will uncover Yevon's ears.
He's just gonna look up at you and goes, you know I'm not a kid, right, Tell?
so about the
Yep.
head.
I know.
Ah, yes.
I hiss at Archon.
All right. You all get to sleep. We'll take care of it.
Okay, so as Alavor and Oatlia stay up for their first watch, you can both roll me your perception checks. Oh,
I'll stay up too.
okay, all three of you roll perception checks then.
Ow, boyo! You got
Is,
this.
disadvantage for me?
Pew,
Yeah,
pew.
because you have no dark vision.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
13. 13 for Lou.
Ah, man. Fair enough.
Alavor? Oh, you had a 10. Never mind, you were first. So you
I'll
guys,
take the opportunity to take a short rest to get a slot back.
you
while we're
guys
just chilling.
take your break here, looking around. You don't seem to be the you guys are pretty lax at the moment, not doing anything crazy worth of searching about as you guys have your time. If you want to discuss anything as your three amigos have your chat, feel free to have a campfire chat if you'd like.
I draw the stars today. On the same page as the one with my rusty sword and notes on. I also draw Chibi Eleanor, but shittily, because I'm a kid. I don't draw.
What?
I'm trying to figure out how to, as I like look at, or like the.
I think your proportions are a little off there, Atlius.
Yeah, but it's just so I remember, because I flipped back a couple of days ago, and there's the quote that you said about the scars of the mind weigh differently on everyone and how much of the page it has, and I'm like, I'm just trying to make my notes concise, and I thought I should just draw things.
Is that supposed to be a halfling?
What? No, it's obviously Miss Eleanor. See, it has her hair, and I kind of look at my drawing more, and I like.
Ah, it's a caricature. I see.
What? No, this is. Okay.
So tell me, is that someone you met in school? He has this shit-eating smirk on his face.
No, it's. I kind of look at you because I can't see you, and then I look at you through the ow, and then I see you have a shit-eating smirk,
Well,
and I
he's,
punch.
he's by the fire. You can see him.
Oh, never mind. I go. Hmm.
I'm fucking with you, kiddo. Chill.
I know. I know.
Alvor will pull out his Yeti hide and kind of lay it on the snow a moment and see how close the white matches the snow.
It's pretty spot on. I mean, these are Yetis that grew up in this area. Their coats kind of blend into the snow cover, as most of the creatures around here tend to.
Natural selection, baby.
You know, these might be pretty good at hiding a couple of us out here.
Darwinian druid.
Good idea.
I think it would be beneficial to try to use them to that advantage.
I wasn't paying too much attention. Did any of you get hit during that fight?
Shift did
Hmm.
by something. A couple claw attacks too, but
Yeah.
for the most part, you took the brunt of that damage.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of forgot. You ain't supposed to look him in the eyes. They got some kind of thing to them.
Oh, I tried to warn you about an attack earlier. I think I was too late.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So,
I look at Alavor like
Like what?
sad and powerless, and then I look back at Archon.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen an ambush come out, especially in this mountain.
Isn't that what caused Mr. Archon's house to be set on fire?
Well, there was that. There was the time our friend Oyu got eaten.
Oh, he didn't tell me he got eaten.
Yeah, big giant worm popped up from the ground.
more like a centipede.
Fair.
Oh.
Hit him
It just-
whole.
Oh.
He was an
This
orc,
guy is
too. He was fucking big. He was as big as me.
as big as you, Mr. Archon?
Yeah.
This thing must have been. And then I gesture with my hands, like, big!
Almost. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
It's pretty big.
I shudder.
I believe it's just the nature of this mountain. Food isn't as readily available for these creatures, so they have to rely on ambush tactics
Yeah.
to
That's pretty much what
ensure
that
the
is.
kill that they got.
Wait. Does that goose use ambush tactics too?
No.
Oh.
We tried and we failed. Then again, maybe the goose has been following us this whole time. Who knows?
I look around.
I believe it.
Well, what do you guys make of this Eleanor lady?
She seems nice. Though, I've been told before I'm not really that good of a judge of character, so...
I think it's just unusual that we keep running into people on this mountain.
Yeah, seriously. Especially since, not that many people up here over the last few years.
Really?
never actually saw them. But, yeah. Over the last week, 2, I don't know how long it's been. A lot of people coming up. Makes no sense. People. Never mind.
People what?
They're too weak to live up here. They should know that too. Last I checked, this mountain had a reputation. It's been a few years, so for all I know.
It did. Oh, this is like generating more in his long list of things he didn't know while climbing up on this mountain.
Yep. That plague her brother has. One, it's probably contagious. I don't think it can be cured.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I don't think she's ever said if her brother can cast magic, right?
Humans have some kind of magical blood thing. Kind of look over at Alivor.
I don't think it quite works that way. Because if that was the case, Kiori would have been weakened in the prison just like me and Talitha were.
Roll me an intelligence check first. Okay, I'd say with that is, you know enough about divine magic that Kiori has magic, but because it's divine magic, it has nothing to do with Kiori and everything to do with her faith. The power comes from the gods, not her in any direct way.
I was just curious. It was pustules, right? So I don't think that means he has ADS.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
Ads?
like, yeah, not AIDS, not to be confused with AIDS. Ether deficiency syndrome.
You lost me.
It's like when, because that's just what I thought when you guys mentioned that, you know, somebody's like ill because they have magical blood or whatever.
Ether deficiency.
Yeah.
No, the problem was there's this ore in that prison,
Oh,
specifically in the mines, and its radiation affected those with magical bloodline, from
So
what
it,
we
like-
gathered.
distorted them?
Mutated?
Oh.
That's the right one. I kind of look over at Eleanor while we're having this conversation. Just try to watch her for a sec to see if there's any sign that she ain't sleeping.
She's just asleep. You could gather she's exhausted from the everything that she had just gone through.
Alright.
You know, I think I need to work on my tact when it comes to talking about battlefields.
I think it's hilarious.
This is the second time someone's been upset with my forwardness on such things.
When was the first time?
When I told Yebin about his... when I told Yebin about his little head hole.
I can just kind of silently chuckles.
I don't. I contrast. I go, oh. Right.
I think it's pretty badass. He got his head shoved into a wall and broke the rock. And there
See,
he
I
is.
think so too, but
Right?
like, it just seemed like he was already having trouble, right?
Yeah, I don't think that poor man's gonna be the same.
Well, when he gets to his family, I'm sure he might be a better, like, you know, or like in safety.
Oliver kind of shakes his head. That quote you have in that book that I told you about?
Mm-hmm. I flip back to it.
Those wounds don't leave even if you're in the presence of loved ones. I've talked to many soldiers in the past, and those who became mercenaries, and everybody has a different reason for taking up such a line of work. There is one in my group who fought in a couple of skirmishes for a couple of different armies. He couldn't function outside of a battle zone. He always had to have a war.
That's how it is.
I've found that for some, combat, it's a drug.
Well, fighting itself.
It makes a lot of sense, though, to me, if you want to be honest. It's a very primal thing.
I got
Wanna
some
grab-
experience with that. I wasn't fucking around in my set. Like killing things.
Yeah, and your itch?
Hmm. I mean, I was playing it up to fuck with the oven, but,
But
it
it
damn
had
true.
some truth to it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I quite enjoy it myself, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let someone else get the better of me, or something else get the better of me.
I kind of clutch my head and have a flash of the vision I stole from you. With the mind read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Alivor, about the whole mind thing. The scars.
So what the heck were you doing anyway? Kind of looking at Atlius.
What do you mean?
The whole mind thing.
Wait. I look at Alivor like, you told him? That kind of quizzical
You
look.
did it right in
Very
front of
fast.
us.
Yeah, but I didn't think that you'd know.
Technically, you wouldn't be able to know. You're not a magic caster.
Yeah.
Well, Alivor, if I remember correctly, Alivor said, like, he did something
Alivor
with his
said,
head.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Otlius is going into assumption that he wouldn't know.
He doesn't.
Well,
I mean, I might as well tell you.
I mean, to be fair, if when Alivor said that Archon could have maybe put two and two together or had a suspicion, and him asking that Otlius just confirmed it.
Yeah. Like, yeah, how Otlius answered confirmed his suspicion.
Alivor just shrugs. I didn't tell him anything. You just confirmed it for him.
What? Oh, man. I look at Archon like, he's got me again. Internally, he shakes his fist. Yeah, where to begin?
I'm listening.
So, you said, or you know, from our conversation back at your house that I studied the stars, right?
Yep.
And you said that, isn't that the thing where people try and look at to see the future or some shit?
Yep.
Yeah, I do that. But one of the spells is, well, you can read someone's surface thoughts secretly. But if you can press further and they'll know that you're rummaging in there. It's how Alvor knew. I had to risk it. I didn't know the spacemen were real or not. I had to know. I had to see if he saw them. But he didn't. I saw something else. And,
Look, if it was the oven lady a few cities away from the capital, I can explain.
it's fine. It was just,
What?
yeah.
Alivor coughs. What?
Mercs don't kill people in the middle of cities, do they?
Not usually. Depends on the job.
Hmm.
That's more of an assassin gig, though.
Right. That's what I assumed.
What did you see?
I saw. I saw a person on a horse fighting this other guy that's just standing on the ground. And then I clutched my head again. And then a beam of some kind going to the rider, and it just, and then there's just nothing of him, them, just a cloud of blood.
Hmm.
Did you see that? Did I see that from your perspective?
Alibor just like 1,000-yard stares over at Atlius.
I look at Archon like, should I have not?
Well, for one, no, you shouldn't pry into people's minds. Two,
Yeah.
how by disappears, what do you mean? Were they disintegrated? Or were they just gone?
Yeah, like the first one. Like they were just like the intensity of the beam that it must have been to just tear something apart that fine.
Turn them into... Kind of shakes his head. No, I've never seen any shit like that. Yetis are the closest I've come to that.
After a bit of a pause for Malibor, he'll kind of shake his head out of it a moment. Right. That's what she saw. Well, I apologize. That is what came to mind when you probed.
No. I mean, I don't know why you should be apologizing to me. I'm the one who rummaged in there. I already said my apologies to you a couple days ago. I still feel bad. But
What that was the last few moments Gerald had on this plane.
you mentioned that guy before when you were speaking it. Celestial.
Something of a surrogate father to me. You see, I never met either of my parents.
Oh,
Else, for all I know, I could be royalty. I doubt it, but
if
either
you
way,
need to and a brother, you don't give off royalty.
Royalty is more something you learn than something you're actually born from.
Oh, I
People just
thought it was
pretend it matters.
Oh,
well, either way. He took me in, he taught me the ways of the sword, a few other weapons too. Sword is what I'm good at. We, had this job from one of the lords. I'm recapping a little here if you remember this story from the cave, but quite a few of us tried to ambush a lord. And, well, here's what's left. He kind of points to himself.
how was that? All of them? I kind of gestured to my neck as if to imply the necklace you're wearing?
All but the last one on there. About 15.
He gulps.
Yeah, we weren't a small band. Not the largest either, but we got our jobs done.
Hmm.
This whole time.
One hell of
Just-
a fucking job.
That's one way of putting it. The whole reason we were doing this job is Gerald kept speaking about some sort of place we could go to after it was done.
Like a paradise?
No, I don't think it was quite a paradise. I think it was somewhere he wanted to try to settle down, but I'm not entirely certain.
That lord you work for would give you enough money to get there.
Enough money for a ship. A lot of our funds went to feeding our horses and ourselves, upkeeping gear. Not to mention all the healing we had to do.
Hmm. Did you have a magic specialist on hand with you guys?
We had a few,
Oh.
but by the point in the job where you saw only 4 of us were left,
Hmm.
casters were, well, killed in action by then.
Hmm.
Perhaps that's why I'm a little blunt on explaining the horrors of a battlefield, though.
There's no
It's
point in lying
nothing.
about it.
It's nothing
It's
like
not
they
something
say
you
in the
need to gussy up.
stories.
People like to talk about honor in combat, but they don't want to talk about the shit and muck in combat either.
Maybe I should change mages.
Change mages.
Majors.
Majors.
Yeah.
From what to what?
I don't know. I learned
Nope.
magic hoping to be an adventurer, but this seems like a. After what I saw and what you guys are saying, it just seems like a. Pardon my orcish, but fucking shit.
Not wrong. The hell's a major?
Oh, it's like a thing you decide at a point in time where you don't really know what you're doing, but you're kind of stuck with it.
I think what he means is a route in which you learn for a possible career of sort.
Yeah.
Oh.
Education, things of that nature.
Hmm.
It's not for everybody. I know I fell asleep in plenty classes.
Oh, me too.
Funny.
I'm a bit better with the practical stuff.
I tried wielding a sword once to see if I was good at it. And did push-ups and stuff. I wasn't. I don't think I did any of it good.
What kind of sword did you use?
A wooden one.
How big was it?
Like,
Was it a long sword, a short sword,
it
bastard
was.
sword, Zweihander?
It was like just a normal long sword.
That's probably your problem. You're using a weapon that's a little too big for your size. Try a short sword next time. Might do you better.
Oh,
Stick mostly to thrusts.
okay. Got my daggers like. These work for me.
Rapiers might be good for you as well.
I try and practice every like 3 days or so, just in case I can't cast magic or something.
Good
3
idea.
days. You should probably make it a daily routine.
Well, every day I have to draw the stars, and usually I cycle between trying to make spells on one day, then I do dagger practice on another day.
Part of the thing about fighting is you gotta know what your strengths and weaknesses are and play to them. It's why I don't use swords, I use the maul, and I use my axe. I got the weight to throw it around.
Okay. I have no weight whatsoever.
Well, that's what he's saying. Use it to your advantage.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and with that, you guys finish having your nice conversation. The time moves on. Your shift ends with no disruption, and you awaken Shift and Kiora for their turn at watch.
Very well.
Yeah, let's go, I guess. Move up.
So as always, we'll start off with 2 perception checks. Kiora at disadvantage.
I want to give myself guidance because I already did a good job. Whatevs. Let's go.
She's too tired to care.
Yeah,
So it was so close to being good.
Okay, so Kira's eyesight just kind of looks at him. Yeah. Kind of just smacking her lips while Shift is 100% with the
Shift
world.
already has it done. She sees it like he has it like in the bag, so she's like, eh.
Shift
Starts
like
snuggling
wakes up and you just see his eyes just like cut into slits and he's like
Oh, he's in the middle of being distracted by watching. She's just gonna move her hand over to like boop his tail.
Oh, she's just
You
booping
do-
everyone's tails.
You do that and like the fur on his shoulders like stands up and his tail like puffs out immediately. Doesn't turn around though.
She pokes it again to see what happens.
His tail like starts thumping back and forth, still like super puffed up.
Curie waits for like a few seconds before poking it again, but very slowly.
Shift turns around very slowly.
Are you having fun there?
Bloodshot eyes.
I am conducting an experiment, Shift.
May I be enlightened as to what this experiment is?
I'm seeing the differences between Dragonborn tails and Tabaxi tails, and seeing which one is superior over the other, or if they are quite equally the same.
Alright. And what are your...
I'm still experimenting. I poke it again. Very clearly keeping eye contact with him.
I bat you on the on the side of the head with my tail.
Tabaxi seem to have more control over their tail. Interesting.
This indeed seems to be the case.
That's how he really uses his tail.
I kind of like move it around a little bit, trying to see like how like I'm not trying to hurt him. Definitely not going to do that, but like seeing if it can bend a little bit more than Archon's tail.
Well, it's definitely more flexible than a lizard's tail, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair,
Shift
Archon
kinda just,
hasn't
like-
moved it much, but you know.
Shift kind of just like watches you as you do this, kind of allowing it to happen.
Tabaxis typically have to use their tails for balance.
Really?
Indeed, it...
Stand up. And she just like holds your tail. Try to like move dexterously, kind of. I guess I don't know.
Kaori, I'm not going to do that right now.
Oh, okay.
I fucking love it.
If I throw a piece of Yeti fur around Shift's head, will he do that?
Yeah, she's
He'll
like
probably just get knocked over because he'll be over encumbered at that point.
That's exactly
Shift.
what happened to that cat.
He just
Yes.
hits the floor.
Can I touch your ears?
My Shift's ears kind of like bend backwards. They like flatten for a moment. Like,
Very well.
She like looks at them, tries to like do like some hearing test to see if he can hear better than a normal human, I suppose.
are you like yelling into my ears?
No, she's like snapping, like seeing if, like how far she can be, so he can still hear it, seeing how it moves and
Like-
stuff like that. No, normal.
Like if you
test, of
snap
course.
right next to my ears.
No,
gonna-
no,
back
she's not. She's not doing it next to your ear. She's doing it in like 5 feet, 10 feet, like not like out of the range of the light, but like just trying to
Kiori.
see.
Kiori, I can still hear you from that far away.
Okay, just checking. She's gonna look at it, see if it like pokes it, see if it moves.
Yes, when you poke my ear, it twitches.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't poke my ears.
This is serious testing, Kia. I must try. She's just like inspecting him almost, like not like too like weirdly, but like
I'm like half trying to keep an eye out and half trying to make sure Kiori.
she's not going to do
Some
anything
shit.
too bad.
Yeah, but Shiv still is being real cautious.
She tries to scritch behind his ear, like how normally cats like it. See if he does too.
I'm like scanning the horizon as you do that, and my head just flicks back to you, like fully dilated pupil.
But
I'd appreciate it if you didn't.
well, how did it feel?
I would appreciate it if you did not do that.
Well, can you at least tell me how it feels before I'll stop doing it? But can you at least tell me?
It,
Like sighs.
I don't know, it sensitive, okay?
Oh, okay. Sensitive. So, but your tail's sensitive too, or is it not the same sensitivity as your ear?
Well, it's not so much. My tail isn't so much sensitive as it is important.
Mm-hmm.
Would be like. Need things for a moment.
It would be like the difference between pulling on your thumb and pulling on your ear.
I mean, sometimes pulling on your thumb can be a good thing. It pops a few stray things over here. It feels kind of nice. Usually doesn't do any bad damage, as some people think it does, which is stupid. But no, it is quite relaxing though. And pulling on the ear can also help if you are sick. But it just depends on stuff like that. But I don't think that works the same as with you. But does it? When I pull your tail, does it make it feel better?
No, it doesn't.
It is not like pulling out a thumb.
I was talking about sensitivity-wise.
I thought it would hurt a lot more if you pulled a cat's tail.
Yes, if you pull on it, it will hurt. If you touch it, it is not so much sensitive as it is frustrating.
Frustrating how?
Again, I use it to balance.
Mm-hmm. But if you are sitting down, it doesn't hinder it in any ways, or do you fall over?
No, it will not hinder my balance while I am sitting.
It seems that your tail is a bit different than normal Dragonborn's tail. I thought Dragonborns would be a lot more sturdy, but it seems that their tails are more sensitive than Tabaxi's from this little study of mine. I might have to test a bit more.
Be careful you don't get bitten.
I've already had a frost attack straight to my face. I think I'll be fine.
Wounds can be mended, but the relationships are much harder.
I'm not in a relationship with him.
She just kind of blank stares at you.
She gives the same blank stare, confused.
Interesting. Moving on.
What?
Nothing.
Alright.
You know, I do not understand much of your culture.
I do not understand much of your culture either.
Well, I wouldn't say I am the most typical of Tabaxi.
And I am not the most typical of humans.
You make a fair point.
At least I hope I do. It would be weird if all humans were like me, don't you think?
Yes and no. When all of something acts the same way, that becomes the norm.
I suppose, but there'll always be something that wants to act out of the norm.
Indeed. Do not understand much of your cities and laws.
Us humans will like to have order, like to have things and a normality of things so we can keep it in control. For most other
Indeed,
things,
but
we can't.
you humans also seem to like to bend and break those same laws.
We fear and respect order. Order is defined by each person. Depending on what the person believes is orderly or not, will depend on how a person acts with the laws that society has made.
Does that not seem counterproductive to you?
And that is why we have laws to punish people who wish to go against society's norms, but some things are a given, while other things are just morally incorrect. Other things are gray
Indeed.
areas. That's why we have
But that-
models for that.
And that is why people like Yeben get imprisoned for stealing bread, while those at the top exploit slave labor.
Yes, that is a thing that does happen. It will always happen.
Does it though?
Yes. There cannot be a utopia, for even the celestials and the angels and gods are not perfect.
Indeed, every world has its differences, but I wonder, does this power hierarchy enable much more evil than your rules prevent?
That depends on who you ask and what they believe. Each people will have their own ideas of what is right and what is wrong, and what should be law and what shouldn't be. We have come close to it, but we will never be as what we want to be. So what we have now is not bad, but it could always be better. And striving for that better is what we must do.
I wonder, what is your opinion? What do you believe?
I believe in a lot of things. I don't believe in other things, but I don't mind considering other beliefs and everything. That's why knowledge is so powerful to me. Knowing that my idea of something can be changed with knowing something, or finding out that something I knew was falsified. That's why I am not like most humans in thinking that elves are sub from us.
Does it bother you that, upon learning this new knowledge, the opinion of the world at large does not change with it?
That is why I must learn more, to prove and to show that these things are true.
And you
Truth is-
believe you can do it?
I believe I can try, and that is the best I can do, and if I don't try at all, then nothing will happen.
A fine conviction.
I believe we are opposites almost of each other. We are of the natures and of primal instincts, and I am of civilization, of theories, of sciences. It's quite interesting. But we do
You
share.
you consider me to be primal.
You act more on your feelings, more on what you see, what you are. That is not a bad thing, as we both have our own ideas and faults, but we have things that make us unique.
I believe what you have is a very powerful gift, Kiori. Something many do not get to experience. Intimate knowledge of the world. Many are blinded by what's right in front of them. They do not see the greater picture. But you strive to know more.
Which can terrify some people.
Indeed. But those are the ones that you seek to help.
Yes. I suppose that's true.
Many people overlook the power of the earth, the ground beneath us. Civilizations are, but the land stays the same. That is power and knowledge in nature. If you ever seek to know more, feel free to ask.
And if you see to know more, feel free to ask. She just has like a small smile to her face, seeming like this is an actual decent conversation that she's had with him.
But also, perhaps we should stop joking about eating Yeben.
It's fun though,
He's been through a lot.
I suppose, but it does help a little bit, I think. I think he knows at this point that we're not going to actually eat him.
I'm not so sure.
I mean, it keeps his mind off of the massacre of a few dozen people. That if he thinks that we're just going to eat him. I mean, it's the lesser of two evils, I suppose.
Is it lesser to be constantly in fear of the ones you travel with?
But we're not actually going to eat him, and I think he knows about that, but having the slight little bit of fear isn't going to hurt that much compared to literally sitting in a shack of wood for days on end.
Okay, well, by that logic, you keep poking and prodding Archon. Should you not perhaps have a little bit of fear?
Why would I?
And he has attacked you once already.
Yes. So
I'm
what?
not stopping him from doing it again.
Well, I'll wait till he does. Then I'll know that I have gone too far. But so far, he has been considerate, and he isn't that bad of a person, you know.
I do not believe Archon is bad. I just think that maybe you are a bit too much. He has lived alone for seemingly a long time.
I think that I'm the one that's helping him come out of that. I might not be true. I might be an idealized version of what I'd like to have happen, but I think that what I'm doing is fine. Relatively is, but I did go a little bit too far once, and I did apologize for that, but so far after that, I think what I have been doing is fine, and that I don't think he will attack me. I trust him.
If that is what you believe, that is your prerogative.
I know you didn't
Speaking
trust
to-
me in the beginning. You thought I was weird and crazy, possibly. I still think you do a little bit.
I'm not going to deny that.
Don't
It
worry.
takes a little bit of crazy to believe you can change the world.
I've seen it done, and I know that there is always a possibility for. I do not believe in fate, but fate will happen. Whether it is what it was meant to be or what it will be is our decision to make.
The future of men is questionable. The earth will be forever.
But sometimes that isn't even questionable. Whether man may destroy Earth or Earth may destroy man, no one can know for certain yet.
Even where civilization thrives, eventually there will be ruin and Earth will take back over. But it takes a certain kind of person to take the wild and tame it. Some would call it insanity, some would call it bravery. But I call it the natural order.
I think both sides should work together to make something better for both sides equally. One cannot tame the other. That should not be what happens.
You could call it a cycle. One rises and the other falls.
But a balance of both working together could be a good thing.
Think of it like scales. One side cannot rise without the other lowering. They are two sides of the same coin. You cannot have both at once. I have wandered your country and many others. They are very different. There are many cities and towns and systems here. People trade instead of hunt. In the Landers, we do not have these systems. We live in tribes more than towns and travel. Wherever the earth gives us bounty, we settle and move on once it sucks up.
And you
It's
wonder.
an
And you wonder
interesting
why.
way of life.
Yes, quite. But you wonder why I search for knowledge, why I am willing to put myself through all of this, through a middle ground between both nature and humanity, for I believe that both are important, both are needed, and that maybe a knowledge could be found out, a knowledge could be made to make scales equal.
While your motivations are perhaps a mystery to me, I wonder, how will you be remembered? Where will your story end?
I know it will be told, but whether in a good or a bad light has not been seen yet. But I can only hope for what may happen.
If it is anything to you, I hope history looks on you favorably.
I do not mind sometimes what they may think of me, as long as I do what it is to help. Whether they hate me for it or they worship me for it, it doesn't bother me.
You have noble goals, and some will always hate you for being what you are. When you are different, it cannot be helped. I have experienced this much in my travels. What tells more about you is how you react to that. Do you continue, or do you buckle? You are strong, Kiori.
Thank you, my furry friend. She just has like this little smirk on her face as she boops her tail.
I'd thump you with it again.
Okay, with that nice little scene, your guys' watch come to an end as you guys awaken Tell and Yebin for their watch.
Oh, this stretches a little.
Devin kind of gets up and scratches his head. Well, that was things have been kind of crazy.
Just a little. I didn't expect to see Yetis.
I didn't know what a Yeti was till today.
I mean, there's always stories, but I never expected that.
They were terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad to see everybody made it out all safe.
Me too.
Mr. Archon, though, he did not look very good for a while there.
Yeah, but he's... Well... I'd say a survivor of this mountain.
I suppose, but I'm guessing he's just... I mean, I guess this is his home in a way, so... I wonder if he's fought those things before.
Possibly? From the way that he was yelling at them, I think so.
Yeah. So that Miss Eleanor's kind of, it's kind of crazy what she's going through. I mean, I can kind of feel for her with her little brother being sick and all.
I can too. I'm kind of glad we're gonna help her.
Yeah. Oh, this.
I do whatever I could to help my brothers.
Yeah. You don't have much for family apart from the wife and kids, but I mean, I do anything for them, so I suppose it translates.
Well, family's family.
Yeah. Just wonder what this rose is all about. It's kind of scary. He stops for a second. Wait a minute, Miss Tell, you have siblings?
Yeah. I have 4, actually.
Huh. Younger or older?
Well, I have 2 older brothers. I have a twin sister. And I have a younger brother.
Oh, that's amazing. I guess your parents must be must like each other
Very
a lot.
happy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot. That's not that common for half elves. Have big families like that.
I don't know, I never really questioned it.
Yeah. What do your parents do?
Well, we run a farm, actually. We raise cattle. We have cows, some sheep, but most importantly, we have horses.
Oh yeah. Oh, I kind of like horses, but kind of look up at you. I kind of walk under them, so they're a little hard for me to get on. And I don't care for the male ones. I feel like they're going to hit me in the head.
What about ponies?
No, ponies are nice. I can like ponies. They're fine. I can at least get eye level with them.
Horses can be really mean sometimes.
Yeah.
They're pretty moody creatures.
I knew a gnome once that got kicked by a horse and apparently traveled like 30 feet.
That's what you watch out for.
Yeah, it was kind of terrifying. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure your horses are quite nice, Miss Tell.
Well, they're still animals, Jobin. They're, you never really know. They have personalities just like us. Some of them can be really mean and stubborn. And some of them can be absolute sweethearts.
Stops and thinks of it. So some of them are like Archon, and the others are like you?
There's a nervous glance towards Archon.
He kind of has his head down. He's crossed his arms. He's sleeping. You're good.
Sure. I wouldn't say they have the stubbornness of a dragon. That's more like the mules.
Stops to think about. Miss Tell, did you just call Archon an ass?
You're calling me a mule? No, it's fine.
That's a jackass.
Archon just like shoots awake.
His eyes glowing red. Like...
She doesn't say anything, but she just smiles innocently.
Well, I mean, I suppose you're right, animals are like that. I don't have a lot of experience with animals. Most animals don't wear shoes.
Well, horses kind of do. There are horseshoes.
True, but that's not really a cobbler's place.
I know.
Though I suppose I could try. He stops and thinks about. Though I suppose I could try to make leather shoes for a horse. It'd be kind of an interesting challenge. I heard of these things called mittens for kittens that was once invented. Didn't work well though.
I think I once saw a man try and make shoes for a dog. That was interesting.
Yeah, I just don't think animals like them.
No, they don't. They normally try and tear them off.
You think that's why Mr. Shift doesn't wear shoes?
Maybe. I'm not sure they feel good for animals.
Maybe not. You know, I should try to make shoes that feel comfortable for animals. It does wonder for your back support.
Huh. I never really thought of that.
Yeah. But, so you had a bunch of horses and such on your farm, Miss Tell. That's great. I take it you're from the Empire here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that must be nice. I mean, your parents must like each other, love each other a lot to raise horses and such a big farm together like that.
It's a whole family ordeal.
I
It
bet.
takes us all.
I can only imagine how the family dinners must be quite vibrant conversations. Yeah. But I'm glad. I gotta say, Miss Tell, it's nice having you here with me on this. I'm not sure how well this would have gone at times without you, giving your support and everything.
I certainly try, but I'm sure you know as much as any of us can. None of us really expected to be here.
Yeah, it is not a good scenario.
No.
I can only imagine what's going to happen by the end of all this, but I'm sure as long as we stick together, it'll all work out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm positive that, with the right attitude and teamwork and friendship and people not trying to eat people, we'll all be fine.
No one's gonna eat you, Yevon. I will ensure that.
Yeah, that's good, because honestly, since Mr. Archon joined up, I feel like there's more people looking at me.
I don't think Archon would ever consider eating you.
Yeah, I guess it's just the teeth. They're a little intimidating.
I don't know, he seems more like a Yeti meat man.
Yeah, yes, that's true. And I can't mistake me for a Yeti. Rawr!
No, I mean, maybe a little Yeti if we just, surround you in their fur.
Oh, like camouflage, make me like a Yeti baby, maybe, so the next time they show
Yeah.
up, they just ignore me. that could work.
Could trick a Yeti that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeti.
Alivor wakes up to the strange noise. What
I just
on the mountain is that noise?
Ah,
Baby Yeti.
I
baby
curl
Yetis.
and dream of cartoon Yetis. No.
We were just talking about how if Yevon wore, Yeti fur, he could look like a baby Yeti.
Or, maybe a newborn Yeti. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Probably. Maybe they're dwarf Yetis. I don't know. Can a Yeti have dwarfism?
I think so.
You should ask Kiori in the morning.
You know what? He looks over at Kiori sleeping. I'm not that interested.
I'm sure she'd know. That or she'd try to find out.
Yeah, I'm not sure which is worse.
Mountain.
I'm kind of worried about the latter.
Yeah, yes, she would. She'd probably go into every Yeti cave to see if there was a little dwarf Yeti and probably end up...
Maybe it's best we keep that to ourselves then.
Yeah, I think that's best. I can only imagine. As millions of Yetis start coming down and attacking us because she insults each and every one of them, asking if one's a dwarf.
I mean, you could ask Archon.
Or the other smart one.
But I'm glad everything's gonna be working out okay, though.
Well, we're not off the mountain yet.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can find that Rose tomorrow, and we can all get home, and if we can get that support with her, I mean, having a human help us get to the next town will be really useful.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can work out some sort of passageway.
I'm a little worried about the Rose. 'Cause, I mean, I've heard vague rumors about it. It's considered a myth, but it's said to be guarded by Fae.
Oh God, not more.
That's kind of why I'm really, really worried about going after it.
Yeah, more of those little fuckers that try to eat people.
Yevon, language.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting I suppose I'm picking up a habit from Mr. Oatless.
Or from Archon.
Or, yeah. Or Alivor. Or...
Nearly everyone else.
Yeah, let's be honest, Miss Tell. This party is full of potty mouths.
Kiori doesn't cuss. What are you talking about?
But...
To each their own, I suppose.
everything will be good. We'll stick her through. He gives that like little hand gesture of like the arm pump.
Well, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Now that I got more daggers, I don't have to get so close. That's nice.
Yeah. See, always the bright side.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about being mauled by a Yeti and ripped to shreds in one blow and die immediately and be torn in half and have my intestines fall out of my stomach and, I'm gonna stop now.
Easy. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, you're right. No Yetis. We're fine. We're all good.
Oh no. You ever heard stories of Fae on this mountain besides, well, you didn't really meet them, but...
I don't know a lot about Fae, miss. I mean, I know we have a common ancestor with them as gnomes and elves, but all I know is that any Fae that lives on mountains like this are probably going to be horrific, monstrous, evil sons of bitches that'll kill us all if we should let them.
Right.
I'm infecting him.
Oh.
And the worst part is, if it's a smart Fae, we can expect it to be trying to outwit us every moment of the way.
That's kind of what I'm praying doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because if, you know, it is something of a myth. Myths tend to be highly guarded. If anything, we need to be cautious.
Yeah.
More cautious than we have been.
Yeah, I think you're right. A good healthy dose of caution is the way to go here. No rushing in. No fighting underground multi-armed creatures that can tear man apart in one round. No. No, all that. But yeah, we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah. Always the bright side, right?
Exactly. I mean, we're all together. That's the important thing, and we got strong friends, and that's useful. Well, in any case, Miss Tell, I have to say, once again, it's just really nice being able to talk to you and calm the nerves.
You too, Yevon. We're gonna get you back to your family.
I hope so.
We will.
Yeah. I'm sure they're doing just fine. You know that the sun comes up and the party stirs awake. And as you guys get ready to move up for your next morning, we'll
And
end
the
it
elders start crowing.
Lou, stop that! Stop pretending to be a crow.
You guys move forward and wake up, and we will continue this next week since half of you guys can't see the damn maps, and I don't want to do anything big at that point.
We just reset. I can now see the map.
No.
Can
Yeah.
Dev see the map?
It's only Dan, and Dan doesn't matter.
Yep, I agree
don't
with that.
matter. I want to not matter if we can keep going.
At this
I want
point,
more.
I'm also exhausted, guys, so we'll call it quits for
Yeah.
this week.
Fair enough.